А на сайте Boosty снова новые посты. Я теперь буду добавлять посты туда каждый день. Вот пост про игру Homefront. И еще один пост про игру Трудно быть богом. Кому интересны такие посты, проходите по ссылке в описании. Подписывайтесь на мою страничку и поддержите меня. А прежде чем мы начнем, хотелось бы напомнить про мою группу в ВК, ссылку на которую в описании вы найдете ко всем моим видео. Тут посты, опросы, всякие вот такие опросы, продолжаем или нет игры, нравятся программы, нравятся видео мои. Если вам нравится, вступайте в группу, поддержите меня лайком. Ну а мы начнем.
We all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Роман, всем здорово, с вами Дарк. Сегодня у нас продолжение прохождения игры Noire.
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
Сегодня у нас дело продолжается, мы продолжаем проходить дело под названием
Greetings from sunny
Сегодня у
California.
нас дело под названием «Белая туфелька смерти». Уже намек есть.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first hits. If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Сегодня опять будет стрим. 8 вечера на Урал. 6 по Москве.
That guy there will lead us up.
играть в эту игру, которую мы играли.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. You're used to seeing them. You're the gig we're
Ну что, за ним ехать? Это полицейская машина. Так, по делу этому, значит, по делу я могу сказать только то, что мы будем внимательны, опять-таки, чтобы выполнить задание так же, как в прошлом деле, ну, чтобы выполнить так же дело решить, как прошлое дело.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Так, первое... Так, я так понял, короче, что...
Seems irrelevant.
Как так? Деньги, блядь. Ну где вы это не относится в это, положил их нафиг подальше. Так, что-то я еще тут видел. Подожди. Следы колес.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Водитель и убийца скорее одно и то же лицо. Ну нет, это не то. Да ё-моё, блин. Ты чё цель, блин? Следы.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Так, он стоял тут. Давай глянем.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
По крайней мере, она одета была. Отпечатка порванного кольца нету.
Goddamn captain's making me resubmit the paperwork.
Опа. Это кто? Что за дело? Вы вообще кто, мадам?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Кертис Бартон. Давай рассказывай, что у тебя там?
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Следи за мной.
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the
Жутко
war. He's a
обезображенный.
very scary, angry
Страшный,
man.
очень злой.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
О, 1 балл получили. Ладно. Где тут этот? Да ё-моё. Я думаю, она правда говорит. Химчитка.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Хорошо.
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Пинкертон, блин. Американский детектив. Но вроде Шерлока Холмса тоже бандитов ловил во времена Дикого Запада.
You're behind the wheel. And where exactly are we going?
Поехали тогда на этот. Давай бегом, блин.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Окей. Мне кажется, что там на третьем этого черного орхидею. Черную орхидею. Этого убийцы. В этом, в лагере. В лагере бродяг. Ну окей. Что тут главное?
At least the rain stopped. Change back into those white bucks.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
Смотри мне, ты бежать придется за тобой.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Окей.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Сейчас. Велика. F1363. F1363. F13.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, West.
43 Emerald Street. Как ее зовут? Еще раз. Тарльсон. Тарльсон.
Can you drive to this one?
Эмеральд
Fine.
30-40.
Where are we headed?
Сначала, я думаю, надо ее дом очистить, то есть по адресу, обыскать, улики, наличие улик, а потом уже ехать
I've got a feeling we're about to meet
в
another
лагерь
wife killer.
бродяг.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Эмеральд Стрит 12, 12 часов 12 минут. Это не ночь, это день. Сразу говорю. Эмеральд Стрит 43.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure.
Это стандартная
You see me, girl.
процедура. Нам надо найти улики. Дети, идите домой. Идите в комнату. Короче. Иди.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Где телефон? Вот он. Телефон.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross, then send some uniforms over?
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks.
Окей. Ну что, теперь улики? А тут нихуя себе улик-то, блядь. Бар у
Need to
барона.
check if she was a regular.
Это на улице. Я пока разговаривать не буду с ним. Опять.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Это Это кто?
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Да ё-моё.
Junk.
Это детская комната, тут уже был.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Ну да.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. Lars was out in the rain last night. You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Водительское удостоверение. Ну, права.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Разоталочен. Понятно.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Don't think this is anything.
Так, ладно. Мне надо еще одну улику посмотреть. Она настойчиво показывает, что я еще одну улику пропустил. Блин. Может, на улицу. Да, на заднем дворе, короче, сзади. За домом. Веревка. Но эта веревка не так. Что-то с яхтой связано. Что-то лодка тут связана. Вот.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Все. Теперь пошли допрашивать. Ну, даже не допрашивать, а опрашивать. Опрос свидетеля. Или опрос подозреваемого.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Все, сейчас будем слушать внимательно.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
Неправильно.
No, I don't.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
So when I call this Bobby Ross character and he tells me you're lying...
Look, what do I have to do to convince you that I stayed at the party? I want to find who did this. I want to help.
Блять. Okay.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Правда?
Why did you only report your wife missing this morning?
I thought she would have called up last night from the bar.
If Bobby Ross doesn't confirm your story, we are going to come back here and pick you up. This doesn't look good, Lars.
Sounds like the Tarleton broad had her last drink at Barron's bar. We should check the place out.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Мы поедем сам.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Я отказываюсь комментировать данную сцену, потому что это моя вина и моя невнимательность. Улик-то у меня не было.
unsteady, come on!
Чтобы ему доказать, что он не прав. У него, короче, все под сомнением было. Нельзя было верить. Он хотел это... Я как бы понимаю его слова, но это... Ну, не то, что его слова, а его намеренно, я понимаю, он хотел скрыть это... свое это...
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
Трущобы.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation? You can't do this!
Can't we talk about this?
One nice thing about Icatus, they don't talk about other people.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just crap?
I'm at a loss.
Sounds like the Tarleson broad had her last drink at Barron's bar. We should check her place out.
Бар. Бар. Что делать мне?
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Погнали. Короче, нафига мне эти преступления? Короче, я сейчас скажу. Он, этот муж, хотел, ну, не хотел порочить память ее жены. То есть его жены, как бы это.
Drink? Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. I'm Benny Clough.
This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Так. Подожди. Я договорю. Она была алкашка, короче. Ну, можно так сказать. Потому что она любила выпить, там, потанцевать, вот это вот все. Несмотря на то, что у них дети, это самое, у них нянька есть, и они, это прочее, вот это вот вся фигня. И муж ее не хотел признаваться в этом полицию, потому что он знал, что будет полиция, будут журналисты, и рано или поздно об этом эти...
Something wrong, pal? I can pour you a couple fingers if that'll help.
Не надо мне наливать столько. Вот, как бы, это полиция, журналисты в скором времени это все осветится в газетах, журналах и прочее. Вот, и поэтому он скрыл, он пытается скрыть. Это все так делают.
What time did Teresa leave?
Поэтому они пиздят.
10:30, I think.
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Так, судя по тому, что она
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Betty.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other men?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. You can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it all, I asked them to hold the
Go,
mail.
Phelps, get after it. Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive.
You get him. Give him one from me.
Он на машине был.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Я просто не понял.
Slow down.
Я не понял ни хрена вообще. Короче, сейчас заново пойдем. Я реально просто не понял.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the victim.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Блять. Тогда не отвлекаться, хорошо? Хорошо.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the victim.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Блять. Нет, конечно, не надо мне ничего пропускать. Я не для этого играю.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Черт бы побрал это. Погодник. Ладно, сейчас еще попробуем.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic engine.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, the sticklers for routine. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air! Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
Пиздит же, блядь, нагло.
So what
Потом
happened
куда
when you
она
left the
поехала,
bar?
дурак, блядь.
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Тебе чё, блядь, в его дать или чё, блядь, еще раз?
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take
Всё,
him to
нахуй.
Central. He's a material witness in a murder case.
Оп.
Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Так, я сейчас пойду позвоню. Мне надо позвонить.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Connect now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help.
Так, ну что, поехали в центральное отделение полиции.
Isn't that the cop that caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
That price is
You drive.
outrageous.
I need to go over the case notes.
Центральное отделение полиции.
Where are we
поехали.
headed?
Давай бегом, блин, беги. Сколько можно? Так.
Homicide.
He's in an interview, too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
I'm trying to imagine you with a personality.
В первой комнате он.
Heavens!
Вот это всё.
Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup. So it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Правильно, что закрой дверь. Так, короче, контакт с жертвой.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
2 нападения на женщину, это уже серьезное обвинение, это уже не доказать. Вот, теперь лагерь бродяг.
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Нахуй не хочу я ехать сам. Нахуя эти дела, блядь, всякие.
3 suspects in the can, one of them
Я не
booked.
для этого
Still no hard evidence
играю
on
в
any
эти
of them.
игры.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
11K. А, нет. Да, ой. Да, 11K. Нихуя у тебя дробаш. Вот он. Джек. Джек. Ты иди сюда, да? Еще раз.
LAPD! We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. We need you to stay focused 7. We need to hold out for the cavalry. How do we do that? Like this. Fuck that. Keep him down, Phelps.
You want your
These men know they're harboring a murderer?
We need to fight for it!
Your disciples know what you did last night? What are you putting Joe?
Joe Lewis? Все.
What's your name?
Уложил.
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Эй, японцы? Подожди. Ты тоже ветеран?
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
При чем тут Кремль, блядь?
Still working.
Про этих наркоманов.
I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Санта-Моника.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir.
Sheldon.
Take a seat, Courtney.
Sheldon.
We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Понятно. Все.
You can't do this.
Ты слышишь? Ну, это хуйня бы там мог делать. Ладно, после.
There's such a thing as soap, you know.
Вот, а?
Maybe. No.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Положили. Смотрим видео вот. Шнур. Ну все.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Все, поехали допрашивать этого Акермана.
That broad's got stopped in his beard.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Центральная. Центральный. Вижу в квадрате АБ 10 подозрительных типов с оружием.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
Поехали, чё нам.
We're going this way.
I don't know who these are. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Help me out.
Come on. If Ackerman won't play ball, we'll rattle his teeth until he does.
Пойдем. Интервью. Главное, таких допросов. Знать бы еще, где она. Секретарь.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that death.
Can you identify the man in this picture? Where's the phone?
Интервью ром.
Hey, look. Don't beat me like look my life. Don't stalk around. Were you there? No, younger.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. He said all's fair in love and war.
Вот это вот.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Быстренькое дело. Ну, в смысле, коротенькое. но не совсем.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Theresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Что? Хорошо. 13 улик из 17. Правильные вопросы. 10 из 14. Верны показания каждого свидетеля. Даже водителя такси, который одним из последних увидел Терезу живой. Мы же такси-то не посмотрели, ёб твою мать. Ладно, хер знает. Вообще похую. Дело закрыто. Смотрим следующее примечание, короче. Ну, это превьюшку следующую, к следующему делу. Будем прощаться. Вот так вот. До завтра, как говорится. Сейчас посмотрим превьюшку. Не знаю, блядь, вряд ли. Джаз. Обожаю блюз.
A blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't
Обожаю
walk
блюз, джаз и
away.
прочее.
Don't
Это моя
do
музыка.
me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torch song when I'm burning.
Не знаю. Убийца секретарь. Следующее дело будет называться убийца секретарь. Она под наркотиками или пьяная? Тоже. В ходе расследования вы...
Of course we will look into it.
Все.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue.
Santa Fe.
We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Санта-Фе это же латиноамериканский квартал Лос-Анджелеса. Ну, по крайней мере, я знаю по фильмам, что в современном Лос-Анджелесе Санта-Фе это этот, как латиноамериканский квартал. Ну что ж, всем спасибо, что посмотрели это видео до конца. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, вступайте в группу ВКонтакте, нажимайте на колокольчик, включайте все уведомления. А также не забывайте подписываться на каналы, на инстаграм мой, на Бусти. Скоро будет конкурс, не забывайте об этом. смотрите стримы в одном из стримов, может быть сегодня, может быть завтра. Я объявлю о начале конкурса, все необходимое размещу в группе ВКонтакте. На сегодня все. Удачи и да пребудут с вами пиксели.